Hey, thanks for checking out my video. A lot of people are asking me about how to make the shield like this one here. Did a video about this in Crucible League, but I recommended Chaos Resist at that time. But now I think these three suffixes here, attack speed and double damage and suppression, are too good not to use. So I'm going to go over how to make a shield like this real quick. Start with the suppressed fracture, and then you have to get the attack speed on the suffix first. Now it doesn't really matter how you do that. The best way to do it is with the harvest bench, but you can use old essences that you have. You can use chaos orbs. You can scour alch. You can do literally whatever you want to get that suffix. Okay. Now I'm going to go to Craft of Exile here to kind of demonstrate how to do the craft. Uh, the reason it doesn't matter how you get it is because there's no other mod that you're going to be able to keep, because the next step is to do Veiled Chaos Orb. So once you have the attack speed and an open suffix, if you have another suffix, you have to annul it off. You have to do a suffixes cannot be changed, which is a prefix. Graft that on, and then you do a Veiled Chaos Orb. And now you have to do this until you hit a suffix. If you hit a prefix like this, you can't really keep it. And the reason why is because even if you unveil, you might think, oh, I can just unveil the damage and then craft on double damage instead. Which you could do this if you had an open suffix like this. But then the problem here is that you can't put life on the shield now. So you because you want life on the shield, you can't craft this mod on, because now there's no way to put the life on it. So you have to go back and keep doing the veil until you hit a suffix like this. And then once you hit the suffix, you also have to unveil the double damage, and that's not super high weighting, so you might have to do this a few times as well. And if you don't get the double damage, you have to annul off whatever you hit. So you go for an annul and pretend that you hit it, and then if you do hit it, then you can go back and do another Veiled Chaos Orb and keep going until you hit the double damage. You could keep regular double damage if you want. It's up to you. I like double damage while focused, but you can settle for regular double damage if you want. Once you have your three suffixes, then all you have to do is harvest reforge life until you get decent life. Now you have to do suffixes can't be changed first. Don't forget to do that. And then I think 70 life is a good amount to have, but you can settle for however much life you want. And then once you hit the life that you're happy with, then you just craft on Cold as Extra Chaos, and that's pretty much going to be your last prefix, Cold as Extra Chaos. And you're pretty much done now. You can Exalt Slam on a third prefix, but there isn't really a good prefix that you can slam on. The best thing you can slam is Evasion. There's a bunch of other crap like Melee Gems and Reflect Damage and stuff. So your shield's pretty much done at this point, and that's how you do it. You can make a better shield if you don't start with a Fracture, because then if you don't have a Fracture at this point, you can Redeemer Slam, and that's guaranteed LE damage, because it's the only prefix Redeemer mod there is. Or you can get life with a Hunter mod if you prefer, but Redeemer damage is really good. Also, you can start with a synth base with +1 frenzy or double damage or all sorts of crazy synth implicits, and then get to this point and have a better shield as well. But then you won't be able to conquer a slam. The problem with that is it's very much harder to craft, because to craft it like that, you have to get the attack speed and the suppression at the same time before you do the Veiled Chaos Orb. And that's very hard to do because basically you have to harvest speed reforge until you hit speed and suppression. And hitting tier 1 attack speed and tier 2 suppression might take you a lot of clicks, and the harvest juice is very expensive. And this is pretty much the best way to target both of those mods. But you could go through and if you want to make the GG shield and you have a mirror budget, this is the way you would do it. Once you hit the speed and the suppression, then you do the same thing. You just suffixes can't be changed, Veiled Chaos Orb, and then reforge life, and then craft your Cold as Extra, and then Redeemer Slam. And then you'd have a really good 6 mod shield. But that is going to be much more expensive, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's about it. That's how you craft a shield. Fracture is much easier to craft, but it will end up being a 5 mod item. But it is still an extremely strong shield with just 5 mods. If you don't start with the Fracture, it's going to cost a lot more, but it can be the GG 6 mod shield. So yeah, that's how you do it. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you guys are having as much fun in Affliction as I am. Come check out my stream at twitch.tv/zishboe, and I'll see you next time.